Alright then. Always nice to get lots of curated reviews, or curated games to review rather. This is Musicmenia, which I basically received via the Steam Roguelike Group. It looks to be a card deck builder. We'll see how it basically goes from there. And of course AVG detects. Is it a check? We're good to go. By Symphonic Games. Choose a starting deck. So we got Renaissance, Baroque, or Classical. Renaissance deck. Resilience and Management. This deck focuses on slowly accumulating points and controlling the game's tempo to maximize its benefits. Ideal for players who enjoy a patient strategy, aiming to wear down the opponent and maintain control of the duel without rushing. We have Baroque deck. Aggressive and Disruptive. This deck constantly pressures the opponent, disabling cards and boosting its own resources to gain an advantage quickly. Ideal for players who prefer a proactive and dominant style, seizing every opportunity to disrupt and outplay their rival. And then there's the Classical. Balance and Control. It combines adaptable resource management with abilities that interfere with the opponent's strategy, allowing continuous adjustments during the game. Ideal for players seeking a versatile and strategic approach, capable of adapting and manipulating the game's flow to their advantage. Alright, it's basically have like, I guess defensive, offensive, and imbalanced. And it's going to force me to choose a deck right off the bat, so let's go aggressive, why not? Alright, there's the leaderboards. There's my deck. You can play with friends apparently, or play now, tutorial, Azara stuff. Here's the deck, collection, pack, store. The objective of the game. The goal in Musicmenia is to be the first player to reach 100 concert points. Alright, so this looks to be sort of like, like one of those racing games where you're just trying to get to the end as fast as possible. So symbolizing the honest claim, if a player runs out of cards in their deck and cannot draw at the start of their turn, they will begin to lose concert points, progressively until they reach 0, at which point they lose the game. Okay, so basically you want to basically, like, also keep gaining points or else, it's bad. Turn of starting player, dice roll, both players roll dice. The player with the highest roll starts the game. In case of a tie, the roll is repeated. Assignment of initial inspiration points. The player who starts the game begins with 0 inspiration points. The second player begins with 5 inspiration points to compensate for the actually going first. Deck preparation and initial hand. So there's deck composition, initial hand distribution. This will probably all be explained in the tutorial, so let's go to that then. And I think I know the game that I'm thinking of here, but I just want to check in my phone Google here. So Mille Bornes, that's basically the game that I'm thinking of in reference to this one. Mille Bornes is basically a game where you're basically trying to travel 1,000 meters or whatever, miles, and be the first place to do so, but you have to basically contend with issues happening to your car.
Welcome to Musicmenia. In Musicmenia, you're about to lead epic concerts and become the ultimate concert master. Your goal is simple. Reach 100 concert points before your opponent to own the stage. Combine sheet music, instruments, composers, and actions to craft masterful plays. Manage your resources, plan wisely, and surprise everyone. It's your time to shine. Show you're the best on stage.
Alright, so, fairly simple and straightforward. So,
Let's start with the dice roll. Both players will roll a die. The player with the highest result starts the game. If there is a tie, it will be rolled again until there is a winner. Luck plays a role, but your strategy will define the match.
alright, well, let's roll a dice. I got a 6.
Once it has been decided with the dice roll who starts first, you will automatically draw 7 cards from your deck to your hand. These cards are essential to start your strategy. Study your initial hand well and plan your first moves.
Okay. So I got a 6, you got 1.
A deck always starts with exactly 40 cards. Each player can have a maximum of 7 cards in their hand. These cards can include sheet music, composer, instrument, and action. Use these cards to build your strategy and outplay your opponent.
So I can have a max of 7 cards in my hand. They include sheet music, composer, instrument, and action. I guess these are basically all like, defensive, offensive, stuff like that. We'll have to see.
The player who starts the game begins with 0 inspiration points. The second player receives 5 inspiration points to compensate for the first turn advantage. Inspiration points are essential to play your cards. Each card has a specific inspiration point cost, so manage your points well to plan your moves and execute your strategy.
Okay, so this is like our point cost right here, I guess.
Recovery phase. Recover 5 inspiration points up to a maximum of 10. Draw a card from your deck unless you already have 7 cards in your hand. Scoring phase. Earn concert points generated by your active cards in play. If your deck is empty, you will lose concert points at the beginning of your next turn. This loss will progressively increase. If at the start of a turn you have no cards in the deck and your concert points reaches 0, you will lose the match. After the turn starts, you enter the game phase. You can play as many cards from your hand as you want, as long as you can pay their inspiration cost. You have 90 seconds to complete your turn, so plan your moves carefully. To end your turn, press the end turn button, located on your left, or use the space key on the keyboard.
I'm not really sure about the timer here. So yeah, basically here's my timer. So plus 2 CP if there's any chill cards in play. When you play this card, discard a random card from your opponent. So I got 5 points just to start off with here, so yeah, I'm not really a big fan of like having like this cooldown timer type of thing, but whatever.
Pressing left-click on a card will select it. If you press left-click on the selected card again, you can play it, provided you have enough inspiration points. If you press right-click on a selected card, it will be discarded and sent to the discard pile, where it cannot be used again during the match. Use this action carefully to strategically manage your hand.
So left click to play, right click to discard. And
The inspiration points cost is crucial for playing cards. Each card shows in the top left corner how many points you need to play it. Managing these points well is key to executing your strategy efficiently. Some moves may seem small, but every inspiration points counts. Think carefully before playing each card and maximize the value of each point to dominate the game.
alright, so yeah, basically
Instruments are essential for generating concert points at the start of your turn and are responsible for bringing your sheet music to life, making your orchestra sound stronger. Instruments belong to different families. Make sure to review the instrumentation of the sheet music to avoid an instrument becoming deactivated due to not being part of the required instrumentation. You can have up to 10 instrument cards in play.
Alright, so you have to get your right instruments and...
If you do not have a sheet music on the board and play an instrument card, it will remain deactivated until you place a sheet music in play that matches the instrument's family. Make sure to have the correct sheet music to activate instruments and maximize their effect.
Now, I'm not sure, but I think this tutorial's probably made a little bit random here, so I'll have to check that. So yeah, that's the FA. I can't actually use it because nothing right there really. That's all I can do.
End phase marks the end of your turn to allow your opponent to start theirs. Make sure all your actions are complete and your strategy is in motion before ending your turn. Review your cards and make sure you have maximized your moves before passing the turn.
Well, I can only play one card, so... whatever. Alright, so this guy has 10 points to work.
Sheet music cards are fundamental to your strategy, as they generate concert points at the start of each turn. To maximize their effect, play compatible composer cards and adjust the tempo to the optimal indicated by the sheet music. Sheet music also determines which families of instruments will be active and generating concert points. It is crucial to review the instrumentation of the sheet music before playing an instrument card to ensure synergies and boost your scoring. You can only have one sheet music card in play.
Alright, so yeah, I have to get the sheet music in order to play it.
Sheet music, composer, and instrument cards generate concert points which are added at the start of each turn. These points are essential for your progress in the game and are shown at the bottom right of each card. The concert points generated by a card can change during the game, increasing or decreasing depending on the game conditions. Pay attention to the color of the numbers: black, normal, green, bonus, and red, negative.
Yeah, basically your generating CP is the idea. Alright, so back to me. He's got, a violoncello. He's got, this here for string. So I guess I should be, ditching some cards I don't need in order, to play here and stuff, but whatever.
Instant action cards create quick and direct effects on other cards or the game in general. They are automatically discarded after use, making their impact immediate and precise. Instant action cards can fail if you are not attentive to their requirements.
So basically I'm just trying to cancel this sheet music here.
Deactivated cards do not generate effects or concert points while in this state. They are deactivated by the effects of opponent cards. For a deactivated card to become useful again, it must be reactivated by the effect of one of your cards. Keep your cards active to maximize their impact on the game, and ensure you monitor the synergies between them.
Alright, so yeah, basically going to silence is music here perhaps.
When a card is discarded, it goes to the discard pile and will no longer have any effect in the game. Once there, it is impossible to recover it, so you must consider it carefully before discarding. Instant action cards are automatically discarded after performing their effect, or even if they fail to execute it. Manage your discards wisely, as you won't be able to count on those cards for the rest of the match.
So yeah, basically I just canceled off his card there in order to stop him from getting points.
When a card is deactivated, all card effects are nullified, but it can be reactivated by the effect of another card, returning it to its functional state. However, in the case of deactivated instruments, they can only be activated if there is a compatible sheet music in play, and the instrument family matches the instrumentation of the sheet music. Note that if an instrument has been deactivated by another card's effect, it cannot be reactivated even with the correct sheet music. Make sure to protect your cards and plan strategically to reactivate them.
So yeah, because like I attacked him, he's not able to activate sheet music there. So like it's another one. Alright, so here's mine. Like I got the proper composer. The tempo, any. So I actually want to throw him into a over here, maybe? I wonder how, like, you move, like, this around, if, like, you know, you need cars for it. Deduct my sheet music there. I think this guy's broke, so... Activate one of your cards in play. So we'll activate that. Alright, so he's got two instruments in play. And he's like, you know, stop me again. Discard a card play from your opponent that's not Baroque. Well, that's not gonna help me, so... reactivate that, of course. I'm trying to get Paco Bell, but... let's try and get Paco Bell. Okay, so you can start my music, apparently. Expulsion. Pretty powerful. We got Allegro over here. I wonder if it's possible to swap the enemy's cards, but whatever. Let's get some more, you know, instruments in play. I guess I can't do anything there. I wonder if like, this works on like the great cards and stuff like that. Let's get some instants in play then. Probably get this in play at some point.
Composers provide unique effects that strengthen your cards and generate concert points at the start of each turn. Pay attention to which composer your sheet music needs to maximize its effect and improve your score in the game. You can have up to 4 composer cards in play.
Okay. He got Vivaldi, so it's gonna help his violins quite a bit. Well, let's get Holy Blows in action.
Passive action cards stay on the board when played, extending their effects while they remain active in play. They offer continuous benefits and can be decisive for your long-term strategy. You can have up to 4 passive action cards in play. A protection prevents certain negative effects for a limited number of turns, or while the card that generated the protection remains active on the board. Protection against deactivation prevents the card from being deactivated, keeping it operational even against negative effects. Protection against discard anchors the card to the board and protects it from being discarded by effects or actions of the opponent. Protections can be vital for keeping your key cards active and safe. Take advantage of these effects to safeguard your strategy and maximize the impact of your cards in the game.
Yeah, basically protect myself. You know, I'm not really sure it's much of a roguelike because it's basically more of like, you know, a card versus card type of game here. It's not really needed right now, so... I want to discard this because, like, you know, maybe I can't use this at all. Let's do that. Now, one might keep benefits my violence as much as I do, so that could be a thing. This would benefit me more, I think, right now, but do I want to put it on? I think it's like I only have one sheet music at a time, right? So... Now let's do this. Get rid of his cards.
The tempo affects how the instruments play the sheet music. Each sheet music has a tempo that must match the game's tempo to receive bonuses in concert points. If the tempo matches your sheet music, you gain bonuses. If not, you may lose them or suffer penalties. Change the tempo with action cards to adjust the game speed and affect the effectiveness of rival cards. Adjusting the tempo boosts your sheet music and weakens your opponents if they don't match.
So yeah, basically he's adjusting the tempo now. It helps me do 2 though, so that's fine. If your sheet music is broke, plus 2 IP extra. I don't know, let's get extra, I guess. Let's just put that on just in case. He's discarding cards to make room for more, I guess. I don't need to do that just yet, so...
We have reached a critical point in the game. If there are no significant changes in the next turn, you will win the match and be crowned as the great concert master. Take advantage of this lead to secure your victory. Keep your strategy strong, protect your keycards, and prevent your opponent from reversing your dominant position.
Pretty simple. Let's get rid of sheet music, right, to knock off his ability to do stuff. I'm almost supposed to swap his stuff with the, my string stuff. Oh, we got some sheet music. And put down the tempo.
Congratulations, you've won. You've shown your skill and strategy. If you want to solidify what you've learned, repeat the tutorial and keep perfecting your style. The stage awaits you.
Yeah, it looks like, the tutorial is basically much random, so that's interesting. I'm not really sure this is much of a roguelike because it seems like this is more like a duel type of game where, you're just playing cards more than like anything else. Play friends, campaign, tutorial, stuff like that. So, you start with 3 lives. Each time you lose a musical duel against an opponent, you will lose 1 life. If you run out of lives, your campaign will end and you will have to start over. Between duels, you can change your deck of cards to better adapt to upcoming opponents. Make sure to select cards that align best with your strategy. Tiles. Each tile represents an opponent. By defeating them in a musical duel, the tile becomes yours, allowing you to advance to next. Some tiles may also contain items to aid you in your journey. So, okay. So a lot of different card decks, I guess, to play with here. I can't scroll this, by the way, apparently, so... Let's go after this guy. So we got tie, so we'll roll again. Tie, we're gonna re-roll again. There we go, I won. Alright, so we got sheet music. A lot of sheet music to basically start off with. Oh, I can't play sheet music just yet, so... That still requires sheet music to work, I guess. So well. Now he's got red buttons, so I guess he's using a red deck. Ooh, he's got choir. Alright, let's get the Canon D. So instrumentation, it's got choir, Renaissance instrument. Okay. It's my string keyboard. Oop, you knocked off my instrument. I'll do that, I guess. So this gives me IP. Okay. So get some IP from that. Let's get this. Knock off one of his cards. It's a very musical game to say the least. Activate one of your cards in play, so basically like that's to restart my cards if necessary. Protect them! Well, he silenced me, so I have to cue that. You know, I wish you guys should see what type of deck this guy basically has, but whatever. Knock off another card of Paco Bell, because why not? Well, that's not really helping him, but okay. I don't need this right now, I guess, but, you know. If I need to protect my cards, I guess it's got, you know, a backup. So I can think a major part of this game is basically managing your, like, you know, IP or keep it online. Whoops! I didn't want to do that. I can knock that off if I want. Guess I couldn't do anything there. So yes, it's just like a very aggressive deck, so I basically have to, like, you know, hit this guy hard constantly, I guess, is the idea. But what his deck's all about. Well, he knocked off Paco Bell, but that's not really hurt me that much, so whatever. Closing in on a win. I'm not actually sure what the point of, like, transition basically is here. You can, like, you know, swap, like, you know, keyboards and stuff and stuff like that, maybe? we go, Allegro. Okay, got rid of my sheet music was gonna hurt me from, you know, winning here, but well. We're about to win anyways. In fact, you're sheet music too, you know. There's my crown. Alright, we win. Well, that basically demonstrates the game, basically, that's what it's basically all about. And apparently, like, my icon basically replaces the thing here, so... Interesting. So I can actually go, like, you know, go wherever I want in this path, I guess, but whatever. I'm not exactly sure what I call this a roguelike, because I don't really see any, like, roguelike mechanics basically in play here. I mean, it's just like a card game for most parts, so... Meh, I have no idea what this race to say, I guess. Maybe get more cards as you go along. Open your first card pack, okay, so... We got ourselves a couple more, you know, things here. So card collection, I now have like some more cards here. I kinda wish you'd tell me what deck these basically are. Like I see a harp, but you know. Which is like the harp, which is like, you know, Baroque and stuff like that. Where's the harp, by the way? That's the keyboard. There's the hunting horn. So I guess it's basically like, you know, one of the Baroque cards here. Deactivate a random interesting card of your opponent each round. Interesting. Alright, well, that's basically like, you know, Musicmenia. It feels more like, you know, a traditional sort of card game than like a roguelike, so... Not much more can basically say about that. Hope you guys enjoy it and take care.